He knows you parked there. He wouldn't go, oh, I'm getting shivers. Hey everyone, this is Peter from Toge Trial. I've had 53 cars and I live in Canada and Japan and operate vehicles in both. Today we're going to be going over the legitimacy, or lack thereof, in Tokyo Drift.
Show me.
The red Evo's yours.
What do you mean?
You're representing me now.
Love
What you
this
think?
scene.
I'm gonna let you roll in a Hyundai?
Okay, yes, technically Han could have given Sean the car. You actually don't need to put your name on the registration in order for it to be your car. So for example, we bought 4 cars in Japan here that we brought in for personal use and export. None of them at the time of the sale do you technically actually need to change the name into your name. As long as you hold the previous registration with the guy's name on it, or you hold the export certificate, you don't actually have to put the car in your name to get ownership. In fact, the Cappuccino, I bought it without putting it into my name, parked it over there and worked on it for damn near a year before ever putting it into my name. So yeah, that is completely plausible and possible that Han could have just said, the red Evo's yours, and have it be his. No. Okay. This is something completely that can't happen. Number one, he's underage. Han said it himself. Hands off the kid, lady. He's underage. He's 17. You can't get a driver's license in Japan for a motor vehicle like a car until you're 18. So there would be no way for him to actually own and operate that car. You can get a driver's license to ride a scooter, 49cc or below, up to 49cc, when you're 16 here, and you can drive alone. You don't need a chase bike or anything like that. So you can be on the road at 16 in Japan, but the country's just blanket, it's 18. So he would never be able to actually go to the town hall to get his driver's license, or go to the driver's center and get his driver's license. That is impossible. So even if Han gave him the car, which he did, it would have to be completely operated under Han's inspection period and registration. And he would not even be able to be legally allowed to drive it. A workaround would be that, depending on the state in America, he can get an international driver's license and then come over to Japan, and if he gets stopped, he can show them the driver's license, but his age would still be underage.
Yeah, delivers.
Okay, I've driven into Tokyo now 50 times, 100 times. I go there a lot for play, I go there a lot for work, go there a lot to meet people, go to the airport. There's just simply no way that he would be able to properly maintain that car. And I don't mean maintenance schedule maintain, I mean the cost of ownership around it. A parking spot in Tokyo would be anywhere between, if you're in the wards, it can be upwards of $500 a month. If you're outside kind of Hachioji, so still in the Tokyo prefecture but outside of the actual downtown core, you might be able to find one for like $180, $200 a month. And he's not a homeowner, he doesn't have a house, he doesn't have a parking spot. So you have to actually get a parking spot. Not only that, if he actually did put the car in his name, it's a full-size car, it's not a K car, which means he would have to go to the police station and prove that he has a parking spot. You would have to draw diagrams, and when you change the registration over to Sean's name, because Han gave him the car, the police would have to come out and verify the parking spot before issuing you a parking spot circle that you actually display on your vehicle. And not only that, Sean is a driver, so he doesn't take the train. He took the train a few times when he got off of the airplane, and when he and Neela got into the crash, they took a train to kind of escape the scene. But he's a driver. He's going to all these vending machine eat-outs, and he's going around to the mountain range of the northern Tokyo area, and he's going to all these places down by the pier, probably Minato area, Minato-ku it's called. And I just don't see that happening with a 17-year-old in a country that has no experience in that. And remember, this is a person that could rebuild an engine at 16, 17, but he doesn't know what drifting is. So it's not possible to do what he did with that car, and he's in the 23 wards, which consists of Shinjuku, Shibuya, Setagaya, Shinagawa, Minato, Chuo, all those places that make up the 23 wards of Tokyo, making the city of Tokyo. He lives there, and he operates his vehicle there, and there's simply no way to do that as a 17-year-old.
Hey, Twink, I'm gonna grab another set.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Another set? No. Look, that was your third set today. And them tires ain't cheap.
I love that scene. So that's a lot of sets of tires, man. Now, typically the tires and maintenance is a little cheaper in Japan compared to North America, especially the urban area of Vancouver, where hourly rates of maintenance can be $130 an hour. But for him to burn through set after set of tires, and he's not changing the tires on the pier, he's changing the rims because he doesn't have a tire machine. He's just putting the rims on, so they're already mounted. That's a lot. That's a lot of parts that he's burning through. Now, the implication here is that he's working for Han, because they said, I don't care if you're sick as a dog or in bed with Beyonce, when I call you follow. Now, I doubt he's broken even enough, because he still owes him for the Sylvia that he crashed. So how could he have the surplus of money to maintain the car illegally or legally that he's driving? Han must be feeding him money, because there's no possible way he's doing all this. How is he paying Twink for all those sets of tires that he's burning through while he's practicing drifting? How is he able to go back and forth to the gas station? And remember, this chronology-wise is one of the later movies. So it takes place not in 2005 when it was actually made, but it was actually taking place far in the future, where everyone should be driving 370s, but they're driving 350s. So there's no way that Sean would be able to pay for all these things and properly maintain the vehicle with the costs involved in such. It's a great scene. Okay, okay, he did that face for the audience. Why would he go ooh at his car that he knows he parked there? He wouldn't go, ooh, I'm getting shivers. Like, there'd be no way you'd be that excited, that excited. I look back at my car when I park places, sure, but I don't go to McDonald's, lock my car, and then go, like, no, it just doesn't happen. And Sean's to the revolving parkade, which is a real thing, they have them everywhere, that's warranted, because he's like, what, is that your car? Is this next one? Wow, look at all these cars. And then a VW comes out. Now, Twink shouldn't be surprised at that. Now, Twink, obviously, I don't know, but it's implied that he owns that car. He drives that car, he parks that car. He's an army brat. He already said himself that I'm an army brat. So we know that that is a thing. So he's anywhere between 18 and 23, because he can't be in high school normally and park there and pay for that and own it. There's no way. Even if his mom owns it, he couldn't drive it. So he obviously owns it, and he pays upwards in the 23 wards. It could be upwards of $7.50 an hour or $20 for all day parking, $25 for all day parking. So he's paying $25 a day, and he parked it after school. It was implied that after you had that conversation about the Sparko steering wheel in the cafeteria, that he goes after school with Sean to show him his car. So that's after school. So he went to the parkade. It could be next to the school because zoning's weird in Japan, or it could be a train ride away. So he went to the parkade, showed him his car right after school. So he obviously travels that as his main mode of transportation. So he's paying anywhere $500-600 a month just in parking to put it in this inconvenient place. So given all the facts that they stated, and they didn't mention Twink's age, they never did. So it's assumed that he's eligible and able to drive that car. And it is possible. That's completely possible with the way he laid things out, him being an army brat. Yes, he could own that car and park there, given he had the funds for it. Which he's like a dealer, you know? He's like, hey, here's some Snickers, here's some shoes. Man, LeBron James couldn't get his hands on these. Okay, well, that's fair. Yeah, he could generate enough income by buying low and selling high all these consumer goods and pay for his very expensive parking spot, insurances, ownership, gas, maintenance, sure. Yeah, that could happen. Absolutely impossible. I love this movie. It is one of the best installments of the Fast and Furious franchise. Thank you for watching. If you have any other comments, leave them down below.